people. Here I am. I hope you enjoyed all the videos. I thank you for your participation and your support and being willing to connect and the togetherness. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I hope you got inspired by the life stories of the speakers. And yeah, I really loved doing this just as the Men's Summit. To me, it was memorable and something that I knew had to be out there. So I acted on it knowing. So as a young girl, I found it, is that the word? Probably. Many clubs. At the time, a club was it. During school breaks, I got people together. I was the idea generator, a lot of creativity, and empowering people, making them shine, thinking of the topic that my fellow classmates needed at the time. So I knew what made them special. I knew what made them shine. I knew what task should be theirs, and what would make them really happy. But I was only 8 or 9 at the time. So later, in my 20s, when I graduated, my mentor said on the graduation stage, Susanne enjoys most letting her students shine. Oh, I thought, okay, nice. Then I thought, strange. So you did not see all those years that I did extracurricular. I did a lot of projects, all the perseverance, grit. In those years, I was so dedicated. And especially 6 months before graduation, due to circumstances, I had to catch up a lot. And I was there working. They saw me in the hallway every day till late, from early in the morning. And my mentors and other teachers said at the time, "How do you do it?" And somehow they felt sorry, so they gave their birthday cake to me when I was sitting there in the hallway. And I was surprised because I thought everybody was so dedicated in knowing why they are doing things. So I was a bit annoyed that during graduation, I had the feeling that she somehow did not pay attention to what I was doing. So now I still have people asking me that, how do you do it? And the next thing is exactly that. As an international legacy leader for sensitive people, I help you to get yourself and your life's work, your knowing, your purpose, and your legacy out there. And unfortunately, nobody else can do that for you. Would be great, but not as much fun. And when you never start, it will not happen. I don't mean it in a way of there's a lot of pressure, but it's just what it is. It might happen in another lifetime, but not in this lifetime when you don't do it. So one of my personal biggest pains is to see that HSPs don't always take up self-leadership when, to get them to know themselves so well, so that then they're able to get themselves and their work out into the world, to use their full potential. And that really has a physical effect on me when I see that things are not aligned, when it doesn't click somehow. And that sometimes gets me in trouble, and got me in trouble, when I couldn't use my gifts, when I saw or felt that a certain title or a certain book or a life theme that was mentioned in interviews or a website or project was still misaligned, and therefore I knew that these people were only using 10% of the 100%, and that could really help them get their life's work out into the world. And of course, when you share that with people, they're not always ready to hear that. So my expertise is big transitions, perseverance, being in it for the long haul, and actually living it, being it. So it's the real work. It's not, when you work with me, it's not learning only theory, for example. It is the real work. It takes grit. So that's what I help people with as an international legacy leader. And I'm also, and it's my legacy, big, strong advocate for highly sensitive men. With highly sensitive men, I work more on their inner world. With women, I work more on their getting their life's work and themselves out into the world. So sometimes that means getting you out of couch island, but you're still really motivated. And then get you there, not in the way of you have to accomplish a goal, but to follow your knowing and living your purpose and then creating your legacy. And the other thing that's also my, besides highly sensitive men, is also helping highly sensitive children and adults in education. So helping their parents when children are troubled in education, and also helping teachers and principals and assistants to, you know, the really good ones, the ones we really don't want to lose in education, to thrive. And so there are different ways to work with me at different price points for people with different needs. And the first one is the why experience. And that's one day. It starts next Saturday. Knowing your why makes you rock solid. When you want to get to know yourself, when you want to get that life's work out into the world, it helps you to get out of bed, to stand up when things are not going well, and when the universe is testing you. And without that, if you don't have that yet, I would not recommend to jump into the purpose experience. I will tell all about that later. So when your why is not completely ingrained in your cells and you still feel a bit worried about it, you will quit easily. And that's normal and it's very human. If I didn't have that strong knowing, it is very easy to get distracted, especially when you're also a multi-potentialite. The days that will be very hard, and those will multiply and take a toll on you and your physical body. And then you might feel that the whole world is against you and nobody wants your work. So that's, in short, the motivation for the why experience. The summit price is now €97, and it will go up by Thursday, and it will be held next Saturday. So the second experience is the purpose experience. It's 6 months. When you already know your why and you want to develop self-leadership, aligning your beliefs, your thoughts, your working on your patterns, and take action to have a more meaningful life while bringing your life's work out into the world. So for people, this is for people who hear that they are too kind, too sensitive, Or you only believe in fairy tales? That it will never work. Just stop, quit. Just get a normal job, a 9-to-5 job. That you're crazy. When you hear, you do know that your children grow up really fast, you know? Or that you're too old. You don't have the it factor. Then you feel like the black sheep. And when you have a lot of compassion, but also compassion fatigue. So most of all, I'm not interested in bringing you to the 10K per month mindset. The thing is, when you work on your why, your purpose, and your legacy, those things will follow. But that's not important, at least to me. At the end of my life, I want to have worked on significance, really helping people. So I want things to be congruent and more aligned. I am not the one who needs to motivate you. You are incredibly motivated by yourself. So when you ask me, when can I start? I will say the day before yesterday, and you say, okay, done. So you feel it in your gut that you want to work with me in order to get your life's work out there, and also want to know what holds you back. And yeah, that can be a book, becoming a more present parent, a project, a product, or within an organization. It is you start with one thing, because you can have more purposes, of course. But it is important to just start. And when you want to have feedback from others, and especially when you have a lot of ideas, and when you share them with your loved ones, your 1289 idea, and they don't even respond non-verbally anymore, and then you think, oh, they're mad at me. So when you want to reflect, this is it. Then there's the legacy experience. That's where you already have that sense of self-leadership. Of course, at every level and stage, there will be different challenges. So you will always be working on self-leadership. But that's where the attuning and the fine-tuning comes in. The really being it, embodying it. It is about expansion, but not in the normal way that you would think. It's more expansion inwards, so that you can make space for other opportunities to come in, and make a difference within people by being you. That's the legacy experience is when you work with me one-on-one, and you can do that by visiting me in Tuscany, Italy, or by doing virtual sessions. So in short, those are the 3 experiences. And there's another one, but I'll tell you later. Then there's the Mavericks support group for highly sensitive men. There is Loveliness for highly sensitive women. There's the Wholesome Parents Club, and the Sensitive Educators Experience for teachers, assistants, and school leaders. We really want those highly sensitive people in education. There are also 30-minute one-on-one sessions, or one-to-one, I need to say, sessions for sensitive leaders who don't have much time, but do want to reflect and level before they can jump back into the leadership role. So there are various ways that I help highly sensitive people in the world, especially how I like to do it as a multi-potentialite. And that's what I can hold different people in different visions, and I really like those because I want to work with the change makers, people who want to make a difference, want to work, make the world a better place. So, yes, you can contact me when you're ready for the purpose experience or the legacy experience. We just have a chat and to see how I can be of service. And if you want to join the Y experience next Saturday, you can just click the link. And I wish for you, I really wish, because I'm on a mission to help as many highly sensitive people as I can to get themselves and their lives work out into the world. I really wish for you that you become that light the world really needs right now. I'm not just doing the summits just for doing a summit. I do it with intention because I know that the world needs a lot more light. And when I feel that sometimes the world can feel heavy, I do the opposite. I will bring a lot of light, and that's what I want to do with the summits. So shine that light into the world and make a difference by getting yourself, your life's work, your purpose, your why, your legacy in the world, because only you can do it and only you know your why. So change the world by working on yourself. Be the change. Now, go and fly, and please shine, because she was right. Thank you.